So again, on the championship girls side, the meet record 52:41, Adeja Hodge from 2 years ago. And the girls to contest that title and that championship record are starting in lane number 1, Nakira Hudson of Montverde Academy in Florida. Lane 2 is a scratch, so in 3 it is Madison Brister Wesley. She's out of Georgia. She was second last year. She's a top returner in 53:83. Lane number 4, we saw bullets all over this track this weekend. This is Sydney Sutton, set a PR of 52:91 this season, won 400 at Nationals indoors. Wearing hip number 5, Elise Cooper. She is out of Maryland. She's a University of Texas commit, and she has a laundry list of titles longer than we can get to right now, but it is going to keep things interesting with Cooper in the race. Wearing hip number 6, she won the 400-meter hurdles yesterday in a new meet record from Voorhees, Voorhees, New Jersey. This is Natalie Dumas. Wearing hip number 7, the Afterburners Youth Track out of Texas. This is Bailey Miner. From Chesapeake, Virginia, wearing hip number 8, she was second in the 400 at indoors. This is Sophie Rambo. And last but certainly not least, rounding out your absolutely stacked field from Fort Worth, Texas, the senior from Athletic Performance. This is Skylar Brazel. Serenity, I mean, we knew the guys' race was going to be exciting, but when you have a standout like Lindsey Wilson, it just takes a tiny bit out of the excitement of the actual competition. We've got standouts here, but they're standouts across the board. That makes it so much more exciting for me.
You know, it absolutely does. Elise Cooper, the University of Texas commit, she's going to be going out of lane 5. She jogged a 22:90. That was the easiest 22.9 I've ever seen, Kate. And she looked absolutely fantastic. And it's just the idea that she got a chance to run already gives her a slight advantage. You would think is a disadvantage because she might be tired, but not for an athlete like Elise Cooper. I mean, her 400-meter speed and endurance is just out of this world.
And we've seen those athletes before where, you're right, like it does take a little bit out of your legs, but in some ways it actually injects them with more speed. There's that recoil in the musculature. There's also the level of confidence that you gain from coming off of something really big like that. And, you know, talk about heart. It's all about heart at this point because, again, these girls are really, really beautifully matched. You see Dumas there, again, setting that record in the 400 hurdles yesterday, and she said, I'm coming back for the 4, and guess what? She's coming back for the flat 8 as well.
Wow. I mean, talk about rounds and rounds. It's been so great seeing her compete this entire weekend. She ran 55 just yesterday.
Well, again, you could pretty much choose any one of these ladies to take top marks. Serenity, again, you are the standout, the superstar, and the pro here at this event, and I can't wait to watch it unfold. Sit back and be a spectator here. It's going to be thrilling.
Cooper goes in 5, Dumas in 6, and Sutton in 4. And these ladies are off already. Already moving really, really well. As you guys can see, Elise Cooper, she's the tallest athlete in this field, and she has that 200-meter flat speed, and she is racing really well. But somebody who's not letting her have it easy, and that's Natalie Dumas. She has that 400 hurdle endurance.
Dumas is just like the Energizer Bunny. She keeps going and going and going. Now, she does probably not see that there is some threat from Bullis on the inside in the form of Sydney Sutton as well, but Dumas has the advantage off the turn. There are a lot of girls still in contest.
And this is where Elise Cooper comes alive. That final 150, she's trying to gain, but Sydney Sutton is also gaining on Natalie Dumas. She's starting to close that gap. Dumas is still really, really strong, but you can see the pain on her face. But Sydney Sutton from Bullis does not outlean Natalie Dumas, and Dumas ends up taking a fall, but will she end up getting the win? Yes, she does. Kate, 51:15. Natalie Dumas, after setting a meet record, and ended up going the #1 time as a high schooler in the 400 hurdles. She's already run the 800. I mean, it's insane. Natalie Dumas, 51:15. Sydney Sutton, 51:23. We're going crazy up here, Kate.
I don't lose words very often, Serenity. It's taken me a while to find some. Listen. We saw 52.99 in the form of Olivia Williams last year. We saw 52.41 in the form of a Deja Hodge. It is hard to put yourself in that kind of company. Okay, sub 52, not just sub 52, 51.15.
And look at her from the very beginning. She knew that she had some heat in this race with her. She had Sutton behind her. She had Cooper behind her, but she held her own, and that's exactly how a 400 hurdler is supposed to do. She has that endurance, and she absolutely held it, but she knew that she was going to have to go toe-to-toe with these girls at the end.
She is up against some of the best runners, not only in the country, but in the world at this age group, and she absolutely held on. In fact, so much so that, look, she has this dive at the finish line. We haven't even mentioned this. I hope she's all right. I'm sure she is. Talk about commitment, and that means that actually what happened was Sutton was able to break the tape, but Dumas is going to be the one who takes it home.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, the national record goes back to 2002, before some of these girls were born. In fact, most of them. And that is held by one Miss Sonia Richards at 50.69. We have not seen a high schooler get this close to 51 flat or better ever. And Dumas, I mean, it's, again, annoying how relaxed she looks right now.
I mean, when you're running that fast, I know we were like, well, I hope she's okay. I know she fell, but I'm sure when she saw that time, she's like, I'm fine. Everybody is perfectly fine. I got the win. 51.14. You could have asked if anything better. I mean, she's already run on the SMR. She's already done the 400-meter hurdles. I mean, goodness gracious. They're as running on this girl's legs, and she is a beast. I hate to say it, but I also love to say it. She reminds me of somebody named Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone, who knows how to do it all, and they just have that grit to win.
Absolutely. And you know what? This is battle wounds.
Yeah.
There's this red mark on her chest from having fallen on the track. She earned that mark. This is battle wounds, and she has taken top marks yet again. I said it about Quincy, right? He was a boy last year. He's a man this year. This girl is now a woman with swagger.
No, she absolutely is, and we will be seeing her contest in the 800 tomorrow. This girl is having a full weekend. She's trying to just suck the most out of this weekend as she can for her junior year. I am absolutely impressed.
Well, and that's the other thing. She's a junior. She's got another year of competition ahead of her.